Well, he could have done that by proving not guilty also. Idaho has a peculiarity in its, or rarity in its law, where you can stand silent and it triggers basically a Fifth Amendment situation where the judge has to put in a not guilty plea.
But the reason for that, if you read the filing today, is the defense is standing on the fact that they are not going to turn everything over. One of the reasons they don't want to give an alibi, they don't want the prosecution inventing around that alibi. I've also only had one case ever where I stood up in an opening statement, I pointed out that my client was not there, I pointed out who was, and it was a prosecution witness. To his credit, the prosecutor got up, asked for a brief continuance, and later dismissed.
Dave Aronberg, you are looking at Mark Geragos the way I often do when we are discussing things, but I tend to be wrong in most of our disagreements. Why do you feel confident in your disagreement about whether or not they have an alibi that will change this scenario?
Well, first, it's good to be back with you, Chris, and my friend Mark and the professor. I think if they had an alibi, they would have revealed the alibi. They were given an extension by the court, and they came up with nothing. Bupkis, zero. All they have is just to cross-examine witnesses at trial. Sure, but to have an alibi, it's an affirmative defense. You got to come up with it in advance so that investigators, prosecutors are not surprised by it. But, you know, here's the reality. Even if you don't come up with your alibi in advance, the judge is always going to bend over backwards to make sure the defendant has a fair trial. And if there is a witness at the last minute who's an alibi witness, they're going to let the guy or woman testify. They're not going to keep that witness out. So, look, I think the reason why they didn't come up with an alibi after an extension of time is because they have no alibi. They're just trying to play it as it goes along, and they're just going to punch holes in the prosecution's defense at trial.
Look, I got to tell you something. I'm leaning towards Geragos, and not meaning that they have an alibi, okay? But the strategic play holds at this point. Yeah, it would have been easier to do it earlier. Remember, Mark was beating me around like a piñata because I was saying, boy, if I were Kohberger, as soon as you show up at my door at 2 o'clock in the morning saying you're under arrest for a murder and I had nothing to do with it, all you're hearing is excuses. I would have never shut up about where I was and why it wasn't me. But different people handle it different ways. We will hold on this discussion until we know what it is that they're putting forward that they say changes the possibility of his presence. And I have a trivia question instead. The word bupkis has been used in both segments that have been done tonight so far. In the UFO segment, it was used to dismiss what's going on. Aronberg just left it now. Dr. Kobilinsky, what is your best bet as to the etymology of bupkis?
I think it means animal droppings. That's
He's right.
The best I'm going to do.
It is Yiddish for goat or sheep droppings. I was going to come to you, Geragos. Don't nod your head. You didn't know. You're just as dumb as I am. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for the insight into this. Mark, I really appreciate you laying out the way you did. There is a strategic play here. We'll see if they can make it pay off. Dave Aronberg, thank you very much for offering the other side. And Dr. Kobilinsky, you're just the best. You know everything. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.